Well, when I watched the trailer, I think there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna eat this up and want to see it because it's a new kind of crime. This kind of crime didn't really exist 10 years ago, right? So when you sent me that trailer, I was like, holy shit, this is gold in terms of people wanting to see it, you know, because crypto is like
It's the new gold rush.
It's the new gold rush, and everybody's interested in it. And people are like, "Should I jump in? Should I not? Is it a scam? Is it not?" And I think this story just shows a side of crypto that seemingly is going away because
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you think it could happen again? Do you think somebody could come along and do what you did?
It's happening today. It's happening. It's not really going away.
Since you told on everybody already,
I didn't tell on nobody.
You don't think
tell
that,
us who you think doing
since
it.
the government is now just like stepping in and doing away with these companies that it's being regulated a little more because before it was like a blind eye. It's
the Wild Wild
and,
West.
and everybody could make a coin, right? Like I feel like there's consequences now.
There's definitely consequences, but instead of opening a company out of Delaware, which was like a good company to hide your identity when you're opening an LLC, they're opening it out of a foreign country like Malta, and they're doing the same thing on VPNs, sitting in America and trying to do exactly what I did. Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, with everything, there's going to be scam, right? I mean, there's scams on credit cards, but like when there is regulation, you're just going to have less people scamming. Is my point?
Nah, the scammers just get smarter.
I don't know about smarter necessarily. I think it's more so that, like, I get what you're saying, right? And I agree with what you're saying, but I think there's probably...
I got cryptocurrency, so I'm trying to pump my shit up.
Nah, I think there's...
Y'all over here trying to pump my shit down. I got millions of dollars invested in goddamn, you know what I'm saying? So I need my shit to be pumped. Nah.
I think it's like better as far as like a whole circle, and like there's more talked about and people are more knowledgeable. So like there's less scams that are getting away with it. They're getting shut down faster, but there's still more people attempting to do it, right? But which is just like you said, just like credit cards, there's more people ever like. And
yeah, I met hundreds of people doing credit card scams like in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's still a thing, of course. But with regulation and people knowing that there's going to be a consequence for your actions, I just feel like it's some sort of regulation had to happen so that cryptocurrency can fly.
Do you think the regulation is good?
I do.
Nah, but the point of crypto was because people wanted to be deregulated. They wanted to be able
That's
to
the whole argument.
make
That's
their
why I asked
money
the
without
question.
paying taxes and spending money.
But I personally think it needs some sort of regulation so that it's not the wild, wild west. There needs to be some kind of structure. But that's why I appreciate the bigger coins and not the ones that are doing too much different kinds of ideas and technology. And like you said earlier, to me, there's like 2 or 3 coins that I would bet the house on because I feel like they are built on things that matter and things that actually work.
But
coins?
Bitcoin to me is golden. You know, that is like having a gold bar.
Agreed.
To me. Ethereum, it just has so much technology and art that's attached to it. To me, Ethereum could be like the biggest company in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just so many technologies that are being opened from Ethereum, right?
Listen, I think I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? When I think about this.
Are you in crypto?
Yeah, I have crypto too. You know, I'm a gambler though. I'm like my boy. I'm gonna try something, right? And maybe I get lucky and I get out before it go bad, right? But I look at Bernie Madoff, right? We talked about him a little bit earlier. You know, everybody thought Bernie was Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? If you got Bernie to get you to be able to invest with him, man, you knew you like, hey. And he went through the Jewish community and got a lot of his fellow Jewish men to invest in his company. And it was all fake. It was all a Ponzi scheme. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul. And he did that for years, decades. You know what I'm saying? Across time. And it was all fake.